Hi, I'm Allan Smith, Mayor of Rocky Hill, and this is Inside Rocky Hill. This is our first try at this. This is the inaugural edition. We're hoping to do this on a monthly basis where we can come to the public and explain what's going on in town, maybe explain some of the things that are coming in the future, introduce you to somebody that I think everybody in town should know, and answer some of the questions that we found on social media and otherwise that I think everybody else would like to see the answer to. Special thanks, of course, to the folks here at Rocky Hill Community Television for hosting us and putting all this together, and really looking forward to sitting down today with our first guest, Alondra Main. We'll go through a little bit of her information in a little bit. But first, let's talk about what's been going on for the last couple of months here in town. It's been, by the time this airs, it will be about 2 months since the election. And, quite frankly, there's been a lot of stuff going on. I won't be able to cover it all here. I'm sure I'm going to miss a ton of important things. But just to touch on a few great topics. First of all, I've had a lot of meetings with some of the neighboring towns and the leadership there. It's been really great to see how we can collaborate on issues that affect our whole region. We've got some initiatives underway already to work on things with our neighbors in Cromwell. We're meeting with the folks in Weathersfield because we share the Silas Dean corridor together. We're talking to the leaders in Newington about some issues around animal control. And we've got a meeting scheduled later this month with all of the mayors in the area to talk about some of our shared concerns around the homeless needs in town, the unhoused population, transportation needs, and a variety of other things that don't really represent, that don't stick to the borders of one town or another, that affect the entire area. I've also met with a lot of local business owners. Actually, Ms. Main and I were at a business yesterday taking a tour. They love Rocky Hill and they want to expand, but there's some challenges around that. So we were just talking through some of those things and trying to encourage them to stay here instead of moving somewhere else. And then I've also just been meeting with all of the departments, the various departments in town, and talking about what their needs are. Very soon we will be getting into a budget season where we're talking about how we balance priorities in the different departments here in town. Just a few of the things that we've kicked off already. One of the first things we did was we created a volunteer portal on Rocky Hill's website to encourage not only people to volunteer for various things like Parks and Rec and the Senior Center and the Health and Human Services, but also to encourage people who maybe had not gotten involved in town in boards and commissions and things like that to get more involved. And so we've got some great new talent in that regard. We'll be announcing a lot of those boards and commissions and the appointments here in the coming weeks. We're very excited about that. And that was really just one of the first steps that we wanted to take coming in to modernize the technology that we use on our website and how we can communicate with residents. And one of the other big things that we started the process of talking about is traffic safety and speed cameras, traffic cameras. The town council has spoken with the chief of police and had him come to public safety and start to give us more information about what that might look like. And we're going to start talking to vendors and figure out what that looks like and if it's something that we want to pursue more here in Rocky Hill. From knocking on doors and talking to constituents, and I think everybody would agree that traffic safety is a big concern. Speed and stop signs, stoplights, all these things have everybody's concern related to that has increased over time. So that is just a brief overview of everything we've been doing for the last couple months. Like I said, there's a lot more, especially stuff in the weeds, but I would like to introduce you to Alondra Main. Hi, Alondra.
Hi.
So if you could just introduce yourself to Rocky Hill.
Hi.
If anybody has not met Alondra before, talk about your title and your
Sure.
background.
My name is Alondra Main. I'm the Economic and Business Development Manager. I was hired back in October 2024. I'm currently part-time. A lot of people don't know that my position is part-time. Hopefully we'll go full-time eventually. So I've been here, I want to say like 15 months now, and before I was here I worked at the Middlesex Chamber for about 2 years, which is how I actually met you for the first time, because you're a chamber member through your real estate. Remind me where you work?
Yes, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is my brokerage, and I've been involved in the chamber for 4 years.
So I met you a few years ago through the chamber, and then you were on my EDC, so we connected chamber and then EDC, and now you are the
For the
mayor.
general public, what does EDC stand for?
Oh, sorry. EDC stands for Economic Development Commission, which is the monthly meeting that happens the second Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock in council chambers. If anybody ever wants to tune in or come in person. So we have a lot to talk about in those meetings. So Alan was there, and now he's mayor, so he's not there anymore. So
yes, we'll have some new people coming in there. We're really looking forward to that. A couple business owners that haven't been involved before. What are some of the businesses that have come before the EDC before? We've had some cool ones recently.
Yes, very recently, a few months ago, we had the I don't want to say the Rock House School of Music, I believe is the official name. They're a music school, and they are moving into a building on the Silestine Highway any minute now. They're kind of still in the works of doing that, but they did a whole presentation of the awesome things that they do with kids signing up for their music classes, and they perform to live audiences like these big festivals. So they are great, and they have locations, a couple across Connecticut. So they're looking to expand, and they chose Rocky Hill. So we are so grateful for them to be here. So hopefully early 2026. And then we had a different person come. There was a different plan to put something on Main Street, but that kind of fell through. But it's the spot where Terry Crisavage Floral.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so she moved her place from Cromwell Avenue to Main Street. So there was talks of something else going there, but now it's a floral design place. So
which is,
I believe that's
which is a great location. If I forget the number, it's on Main Street, close to the VFW.
Yes.
Which we'll hear more about that area a little bit later. But they opened up right before the holiday season, and it's gorgeous there.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the projects that you've worked on for the town in the last couple months? And I know you said you're part-time, but it feels like you're out doing something all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm certainly trying to make the most of the time that I have. So one of the most recent projects that I've done that you know about, obviously because you were there during like Economic Development Commission meetings, we talked a lot about this, is we just did Shoppy Hill Saturday, which happened on Saturday, November 29th. And it was really a thought that I had of there's so many awesome small businesses in Rocky Hill, and I wanted to find a way to kind of showcase them for the holiday season. And Small Business Saturday is celebrated nationwide. So I figured, why not do like a sort of scavenger hunt passport system where people can know where to shop small and get people to shop in Rocky Hill and keep the money going and spending money in Rocky Hill, basically. So it was my first time initiating this. I was kind of nervous to put it out there because I wasn't sure if anyone was going to care, like, to be honest. Like, I thought it was a good idea, but you never know. I wasn't sure if people were going to be into it.
And sometimes it's hard to get businesses to sign up for these type of things if you don't have previous year results to show what's happened.
Exactly. So when it's the first time doing anything, especially an event like this, you know that the turnout isn't going to be great, which it was actually, the turnout was better than I thought. I believe we had 12 businesses sign up for Shoppy Hill Saturday to be on the passport, and they all offered their own like exclusive discount. So if you went to a certain business, they were offering a certain one-day only special discount.
What
like
were
buy one.
the couple of the types of businesses that we highlighted?
It was actually a wide range of places. So we had like a couple tattoo shops, we had a couple floral places, we had a couple restaurants. There's like skin care things where you could go to like a beauty studio and they were doing items on their skincare products and things of that sort. So I got good feedback from a lot of the businesses that participated, that they had customers coming in, and we had residents come into town hall to pick up their passport, and we gave out 49 passports.
Yeah, yes. I feel like I was one of the first people to pick up one of the passports,
thank
just
you.
because I was in the office anyway, but I remember there was a number on the bottom, and I was number like 3. They were all individually numbered. And then I gave mine away to somebody else. So I think right before the end of the advertising for it, I went to grab another one and I took number like 45. So
cool.
I was like,
Cool.
40 people came and picked this up in the in-between time.
Yeah.
And I visited a bunch of the businesses, and they had people come in and talk about it. So it was well received, I think, by the businesses, by the members of the community that took advantage of it.
Yeah.
I went to, I didn't get a tattoo that day.
I was thinking about it, but
we have a couple new tattoo places in town. Actually, one is celebrating their 1-year anniversary this week.
Yes.
But they were offering discounts on gift certificates and stuff like that. And then a couple restaurants in town had percentages off and stuff. So I was able. There's only so many meals you can eat in a day, so I only went to so many of those. But, that's great.
I'm happy with how it turned out, and I definitely want to do that again so that it's an annual thing, and hopefully it can grow.
Builds up over time.
Right, build up, and we get more businesses participating in it, and then more residents who can come get a passport. And I'm happy. I was a bit nervous for it, but I think it turned out well.
Yeah.
So,
what's one of the other projects that you worked on?
So before that one, I'm trying to go in like reverse order. So before I did Shoppy Hill Saturday, I went and applied for the CEDIS Best Practices in Land Use and Economic Development Award, which we received a silver certification for. Me and the town planner, Kim Ritchie, worked really hard on that. It was a whole packet of questions in detail about, like as a town, your departments, the planning department, economic development department, what are you doing to make these systems easier for people who are pulling a permit, who want to start a business, that want to come in for a meeting? Like, can they fill out forms online, or does it have to be like, what's the turnaround process? So a lot of the questions we knew how to answer, and then there were a couple questions here and there that we don't do as a town, but those things we can highlight and say, okay, but we should do this. So it was eye-opening to see, okay, we don't have this yet, but hopefully in the future, very soon, we can actually work to make it even better. So
let's work on getting that gold certification
yes.
For next year.
So I was able to go on October 30th to the award ceremony, and there's a plaque that I received that says the silver, Rocky Hill, best practices, all that stuff. And so now it's hung up on the second floor right outside of the planning department. So you can go see it if you want to. And there's a group photo of me standing with the plaque with all of the other towns that were celebrated for doing that. So
that's great. That's great. And especially because it identified a couple extra things that we can do from here on out. The feedback that I've gotten in talking to a lot of the businesses in town is that they do really have good dialogue with town staff when they're trying to pull a permit, or the feedback that I've gotten is that town hall is an open door for people to come in and ask questions about whatever. I know Kim Ritchie from planning department sits down with people whenever they want.
Yeah.
And if time allows, then you do the same thing.
Absolutely. That's what we're always trying to strive for, is that people can come in, and you don't, obviously an appointment is recommended, but even if you don't have an appointment with myself or the town planner or whoever, we can talk to you at any moment and come down with you, or sit down and go over details about what you want to do in terms of opening a business. And that's also what I want to focus on in my Office of Economic Development. For a couple years, there wasn't somebody there to answer your call concerning economic development. So I am happy to be that person that people can reach out to, email, text, phone call. I'm having this issue, or I have a question. Now they have somebody in town hall who can take care of them and feel like there's someone there for them.
So that's great. So tell me about the restaurant trail.
Yes, the Rocky Hill Restaurant Trail. I'm so proud of all the different restaurants we have in Rocky Hill. As we've talked about, there's so many different cuisines, like a large variety to choose from, kind of anything you want. I mean, we have Italian, we have Indian, we have American casual, Asian, all different types. So the way that this started out was I was working on the business directory, which is a big initiative of mine, and I wanted to separate the restaurants out and make a list of all the different restaurants that we have, just so that I could see on paper, this is what we have. And then it kind of stemmed from there. Okay, I want other people to know about this. I think everybody should see the list of all these restaurants, which is like 60. It changes very often, unfortunately. But I think the last time I checked, we had about like 63 restaurants in town. And so I thought to myself, I want to make a flyer, post it on social media. I'm not really sure what to call it, but here we go. And so I designed it and called it the Restaurant Trail. And it's not necessarily like going on a scavenger hunt type thing, but it's just a visual to see these are the different categories. This is who we have here, and you should stop and check out as many as you can. So
yeah, and if I can just jump in here, because this is one of the things that I like to talk about as well, is that we have so many of these restaurants in town, and small business owners that live in town operate this coffee shop or restaurant or breakfast place, and what a lot of people don't understand or have never really thought about is just how many we have for such a small area. So we've been working together a little bit to try to figure out how we tell the rest of Connecticut about this. So I know this is kind of on our docket to continue figuring out how we do that, but just so everybody else knows, Rocky Hill is like the restaurant capital of Connecticut. Now, the numbers actually support this. This isn't just like the governor putting up a sign and saying that it's a pizza capital, Connecticut is the pizza capital of the country. the numbers actually support this. We have somewhere between 60 and 70 something eateries in town, which is the highest per capita for year-round establishments in the entire state. To put that in perspective, we have it's less than 300 people per restaurant. We have one restaurant for about every 290 people, which is a lower number than anywhere else in the state, other than some seasonal towns that have places that open just in the summer and stuff like that. It's better than in Hartford, it's better in Wethersfield, Newington, all of those are well over 300 is their per capita number. So more to come on that, I would say, in the near future. I look forward to trying to figure out what that looks like and how we can really promote that. I know that's something that we're going to continue to work on, because I'm really excited about finding a way to promote Rocky Hill as a destination for people to come to, and what better way than to feed them, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Love that. I'm a big foodie myself, so I'm all for it.
Absolutely, and it's diverse too. This isn't all just gastropubs or anything like that. It's pizza from every corner of the globe. It's food from every corner of the globe, as well as pizza and sandwiches and breakfast and everything else. Well, in the last few minutes of our conversation here today, I want to do kind of a mailbag type segment, which basically, a lot of times people have questions about something that's going on in town and they just throw them up on social media. And sometimes you get really good answers on there, but not everybody sees the answer or can get the answer. So what I did was I went online and I found some of these questions that I think were very valid questions that anybody might have. And they all got answered either by the general public or even myself. So I wanted to just touch on some of those, and Alondra, feel free to jump in on any of these if you want.
Sure.
And just make sure that everybody else got this information too, so it wasn't just available to people that happen to be on Facebook or in a Facebook group. So the first one is, and this was a hot topic like about a week ago when this is recording. Does anybody know what the terrible smell is from the VFW area to the fire station on Main Street? Well, after some investigation, it was determined that one of our farms here in town, and we are a farming community, so this happens, one of the farms here in town fertilized their crops with a poultry-based manure. And because of the timing of that and the cold weather and warm weather and when it was tilled, it was quite pungent. The good news is, as the temperature dropped and everything froze, that smell has, for the most part, I think now gone away. But for a while there, people were wondering what it was. So actually, even the fire chief did some investigation. We spoke to the gas company, MDC, to see if there was any type of like a sewer leak or anything like that. And guess what? None of that stuff happened. This is all it was. And in a subsequent comments on a social media post, the farmer actually said, hey, yep, I'm the culprit. That was me. I picked this time of year as well because it was close to a school and the school was on vacation. And that's why they picked to do it during that holiday season. But certainly everybody in the area had a lot to say about the odor in the neighborhood. But it is a farming community, so sometimes these things happen. I just happened to drive through Cromwell earlier today, and they are going through the same thing right now. Next one here is, does the town pick up Christmas trees curbside? And the answer is yes. Information about that can be found right on our website, but in a nutshell, basically drag it out to your curb from now until the end of January, and it will be picked up. If you have the ability to, or you're impatient for that, you can also take it to the transfer station during all of their normal times. But does seem like, we have some Christmas trees getting dragged out now. Hopefully, everybody has them down by the end of January. It doesn't wait until later on in the year to do it. Now the next one, and this one is kind of serious, but I think it's worthy of getting the information to everybody else. It said, hello, I moved here a few months ago. This is extremely hard for me to ask, but I have run into some financial issues and I have run out of food and was wondering where the food pantries are and where I could go. Now, sadly, I have seen this question online a lot lately. It seems increasingly more. And the answer to that is our Human, Youth, and Senior Services Department can help anybody with that. Their phone number is listed right online. And you can also see the folks that can help you with that. Their offices at Town Hall, right on Old Main Street. You can walk in at any time. The best way to do it is to call in advance and schedule an appointment. And what they will do is they will walk you through kind of an application process to see not only food, but all of the services that you may be able to receive. So a lot of times, if you're food insecure, you also have problems with your utility bills and other issues. And by doing that intake application process, they can assist you with all those other programs as well at the same time. And they're super nice, and it's like no judgment. So I'd recommend everybody do that. Their number is right online, or like I said, you can walk in. The best phone number though as well is 860-258-2799. I think it might have gotten cut off from the message there, but I would encourage anybody who feels that they're in that situation, don't hesitate to reach out. So then our last mailbag question is, somebody was looking for suggestions to have a kid's birthday party that's not a trampoline park in the surrounding area for a 4-year-old. Well, I actually didn't know anything off the top of my head. Do you know anything off the top of your head?
I want to say yes, but unfortunately no. It's not,
Okay.
not around town.
Well, luckily the internet answered, and the ones that we found was Amadon Adventures. So I encourage everybody to look this up if you didn't hear about the location. It's on New Britain Ave, and they have play places and ball pits and all that stuff, and it's fun for a lot of younger ages, and you can rent out the place and do birthday parties there and everything. Absolutely. That seems to be the consensus for the area. I apologize if you also have another location in the area that might be great. That's your preference, but that's what I was able to find. And so with that, I would just like to thank you all for your time. Thank Alondra for coming as well.
Thank you for having me.
Time out of her day. Thank you to the folks here at Rocky Hill Community Television. Thank you to Michael O'Toole for putting in a lot of the work and putting in all these graphics and everything that you see so that we get to just show up and talk. And thank you to Andy Brescia for being the president of the organization that helps us out. And special thanks also goes out to my colleague on the council, Zach Van Luling, for also assisting with this here as well. And the last thing I'll say is I would welcome any ideas for things you'd like to hear about on future shows, any questions you find online, any questions you have about things that are going on in town, or any feedback, good or bad, shoot me an email at my mayoral email address. It's asmith@rockyhillct.gov. And I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.